Hey, what's up, my dokus? Jason, and we're welcoming you to my Let's Play of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. A Let's Play that's been in the making for pretty much 3 years, and I would say is the magnum opus of my Let's Play career. This is what I have been waiting to do for a very long time, and even though I've said it in 2 other previous Let's Plays, and one of those being a Xenoblade game, this game truly is my favorite game of all time. And that may change when more Xenoblade games come out, but just this game itself changed so much for me. I adore the story, the characters, every single part about it. So going into this, we will be doing as much as humanly possible. There may be some things that I don't cover just simply because they're not that simple to show off, but I will at least talk about them. That's pretty much what the extent of this. We'll be trying to do every single side quest though, as we have done in previous Xenoblade games. Nothing else has really changed from that. But yeah, I guess without further ado, I don't want to keep you guys waiting any longer, because, the longer we wait, the less time we actually, get involved in the story. So let's get started here with Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Come on, hurry up! The Queen's anniversary is gonna start without us, guys!
Yeah! Move your feet! Hop, hop, run like you mean it! Slow down, guys! Is it true, though? There's gonna be fireworks!
Yeah, saw them setting it up yesterday. There were loads of them. It'll be worth it, promise.
Gotcha!
Two colossal martial nations locked in war. Kevez and Agnus. What is it they need to stay alive? Water? Food? Certainly. But what we need most is life itself. taking each other's lives, with the taken flames becoming your own in turn. While the other, the one whose essence is stolen, leaves only a husk.
Bombardier! What are you playing at? How can we claim their life if you blow up the whole sparking thing? Cripple them! Aim lower!
Yes, sir. Lower and aim, sir.
Fighting in order to live, and living to fight. That's the way of our world. Ionios. Cruel irony that it should mean eternity, because slowly but surely, our world is now dying. Even though we have yet to realize that fact.
Worry about yourself, Noah. There's still more of them.
Even so.
Shut it! Stop flapping your gums and move!
Yeah, we've got more incoming.
Alright, we begin with our group here. Noah, Uni, Lands, and Wamba. Or Mwamba. We have auto attack. You can automatically attack an enemy if you approach them. This is called an auto attack. Stand still near an enemy to continue auto attacking. An icon confirming you're in range for auto attacks will be shown in the bottom right corner of the screen. Pretty much a lot of the things with this game is going to be like previous games. So as we can kind of see, we'll be in the way for auto attacking. I guess kind of like Xenoblade 2, you can reactivate your auto attack, but it doesn't seem to do much more, or I don't think it's as effective here as it is in Xenoblade 2, so I would just kind of recommend you just kind of smack them away. Alright, destination. There's an exclamation mark that will mark your destination. The number below it indicates how far away you are from the destination. We can also browse any tips by going to System and Tips, which is just in the main menu. With your main menu, you just press X to actually open it. You can go right here, Tips, and just kind of go through everything that is being explained.
Let's keep on routing these fools and keep this moving forward.
You think you're all that
Alright,
good?
looks like we have more enemies. About how to begin a battle. You can begin a battle by drawing your weapon, first target an enemy, and then press A to draw your weapon. To withdraw from battle, hold A for a while to sheath your weapon. Approach an enemy to automatically target them. If there are multiple enemies, press L or R to target a different enemy. So pretty much nothing, or I guess not nothing, but like pretty much stuff we have already learned. We've already learned throughout our adventures in other Xenoblade games, I guess. that's kind of the extent here. Okay, go ahead and defeat this Agnus attacker. Oh, there we go. There's more. There's more. Arts. Arts are stronger than auto attacks. They can be activated by pressing X, Y, or B. After using an art, you can use it again, and you can't use it again until its gauge fills back up. The art gauge will fill up automatically over time. This is called recharging. Yep, so the other thing is that, as you can see, this is kind of similar to similar to Xenoblade 2, and it's how Xenoblade 2 only had like 3 arts for you to have. These are not the only arts I think that you will obtain throughout the story, but it's still kind of just that much simplified, which I think is perfectly fine. We don't need like a bunch of arts, especially we will be getting more and more arts throughout the story, so it's not like we're going with just these 3 for the entire game.
Hear that, Noah? Lance wants something a bit meatier.
I will say the one thing I always will adore about Xenoblade games is the banter that comes after battles. Alright, we got another Agnus attacker here. Gonna go ahead and go for an edge thrust. That's a back attack. It's pretty much like it's like backslash in a way. Pretty much a lot of attacks in this game are going to seem very familiar to previous games, and the reason for that actually makes a lot of sense with the story. At least that's in my personal opinion. Alright, go ahead and get some more attacks off. Wait till some of our arts are recharged, and we'll probably kill him before then.
They outflanked us! Lance! The front line!
That Trish's team? Uni, how are things with Kite? What about our backup?
Looks like they're busy guarding the artillery. They're not going anywhere. Anyone's moving right now, it's us.
Let's go! If the front line breaks, we're all dead!
But the position!
We can handle this ourselves! Go on, move it! That's what's hitting us! Well, now we know.
It's do or die, Noah.
Got it!
Alright, it's I guess boss time, as we can call it. Talon arts. Talon arts are stronger than normal arts. A talon art can be activated by pressing A once its circular gauge is full. A Talon Arts gauge is recharged by performing actions expected of a character's role, also called role actions. If you meet the requirements for arts that give bonus effects for positioning, that your Talon Art icon will flash red, and your Talon Art gauge will charge up a lot. Actions that deal damage effectively, such as dealing critical hits or participating in combos, are also count as role actions, charging your Talon Art bit by bit. We can also cancel attacks. Perform an attack the moment the previous one hits allows you to cancel one attack into the next, making them flow quickly into each other. You can also cancel auto attacks into arts, the arts into Talon and arts into Talon Arts. Doing this speeds up the execution, letting you deal more damage quickly. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this started. We're gonna do an edge thrust from behind. Go ahead and, I guess, complete that. And then we can try using a Talon Art. So let's go ahead and do this as a side break. We got a topple there. Then there's a daze. If we can just get another edge thrust going, might be able to get our Talon Art up. There we go. Overclock Buster. Alright, there we go. Looks like we may not be able to get another Talon Art off, but that's okay, because we're just gonna defeat this thing either way.
To protect my friends.
Victory!
Victory is ours!
We won! We won!
We won!
Your lives are ours! Your lives are ours!
Every one of us is born looking like this. As soldiers. As weapons for slaying Agnians. Yes. All of us live only to fight.
Cut that out! Stupid Noah!
Nice one, Lance.
Too early for that. Look, it's you they're after here.
Just take out their attackers and we're golden. They're gonna get it handed to them. Flickering hoop. You're as slippery as Noah sometimes.
Uni! Chick never shuts up. Kite! Range darts!
Easy.
Uni!
Didn't account for Kite. I snuffed this up.
You okay? Uni!
Cheers for that. You're a lifesaver, Yoren.
Sparking deadweight. Hey! Change of plan. Kite, you keep firing and don't stop.
Oh, what?
Whatever you want.
Huh?
Go ballistic. Just draw their attention. Because what we're after here is that lame duck.
Yoren? But he's bottom of the class. Why bother?
Thing is, the brat's still a decent healer. Get it?
Ah, right. So we're playing by the book here.
Pisses me off. But the fight will be good as one.
Yeah!
Uni! Take out Kite!
Can't! They've got the advantage. And they're behind cover.
Noah, can we flank them? Noah! They're not in their usual formation.
Wait, what?
We're snuffed! Kai's just a decoy, so they're really after...
Quick thinking, Lance.
Lance?
Tough guy, but you can't hold out forever.
Spark!
Lance! You stay put. They want to take you out the running. Yeah, but don't you leave that nothing spot. Why would you... All that I am is yours! Now, you can carry on.
You should have done that much sooner.
Get off me! Had to go and play the hero, didn't he?
You really think you could have taken them?
I think Yoren did the right thing. If he hadn't used his powers back there, you'd have been first out of the running.
Yeah, but still. Didn't have to go get himself killed for it.
Come on! He was trying to protect you. He lured in Garvel's gang, gave us a chance to turn it around. You know who wasn't up to it? We weren't.
Yeah, but... Just stop it! No more arguing. It's my fault. I should have just done a better job. Then we'd have won.
Hey,
So much for getting to the final, huh? Sorry. I let us down on your big day. I'm so sorry.
what big day?
The birthday.
What? Whose?
Yours, dummy. It's your second term, right? Remember?
Ah.
A win would have been a nice surprise. Lance was pretty fired up too, weren't ya?
Cut it out.
Hey,
What?
you'll apologize, right?
Might do, might not.
We each have a lifespan of 10 years. We call them terms. Life begins with our first term and ends at the close of our 10th. And over the course of those 10 years, we fight continually. Though in reality, there aren't that many who can hold their flame for the whole 10 years. Most lose their lives on the battlefield before they reach year 10. But those who do survive to the end are honored in a special service. We call it the homecoming.
Morning, Yorn.
Hey, Noah. Morning. Morning, Lance. Get a move on. Quick, we're gonna miss the homecoming.
First one they've ever had here, right?
Yeah, isn't it awesome? Whoa! Even the Queen's come out.
So that's Her Majesty, huh?
Wow, I've never seen her before.
Oh.
So cool! I heard the stories, but this is just wild. That's gonna be me someday. Just you try and stop me. You guys too. You're totally making it with me.
Of course!
And you know her, right?
Huh? Sure. Yeah, you bet.
Our lives came from the Queen, and we all lived for a chance to take part in the homecoming. The chance to return to the Queen's embrace. Carrying out 10 years of service fighting. That was our whole world. Nobody ever thought to question it. Until that day.
Do you have to?
Huh?
You shouldn't be sending those guys off like that.
What? Why not?
Why are you like this, Noah? It's Agnus, our enemy?
Well, yeah. They don't have an Overseer, though, to send them.
Yep, they all bit the dust thanks to us.
So what?
Look, there's no rule not to.
Then what, you're just gonna keep going? I don't get you, Noah.
I know we're putting our lives on the line, but still.
Yeah, we get it already.
Friend or foe, someone has to lay them to rest. For that is my role as an Overseer. Right?
Is my voice that deep?
Shot at you. Wasn't trying to be anyone specific. Right, I've had about enough of all this depressing crap. Let's head back and hit the showers. I'm all gunked up with blood and sweat.
Bye, transport. Guess we missed it again.
Oh, bollocks!
Ugh. Noah always does this. How many times is it we've had to walk home now?
Welcome to the Atia region, Everblight Plain. Landmarks. There are places across the world that will give you experience once found. Key locations are called landmarks, and especially difficult to find ones are called secret areas. When the whole party has been incapacitated in battle, they will return to the last landmark you passed by.
Better log this in the terrain data.
This can be an advantage and a disadvantage. The minimap is displayed at the top right of the screen. It displays the character's immediate surroundings and quest destinations. Press R to display a bigger map. Or press the R stick to to activate a bigger map. Press ZL and Y whenever you need navigational assistance. Doing so will display the shortest route to your destination. But what if I don't feel like it? Be advised, however, the shortest route may sometimes take you past tough enemies. So it's not necessarily the best or easiest one. Or may sometimes take you past tough enemies. Try various routes for best effect.
Alright, let's head back to Colony 9.
Alright, we're heading to Colony 9, it sounds like. So, we're in the Everblight Plains. This is our first major area here in Ionios. So, while we're going around, we're going to be fighting some enemies, looking at some materials here, as there is plenty of materials to pick up, and we're going to go over kind of what they do.
Sorry I made you wait.
It's fine. We're used to it.
I'm gonna go over what they do in a bit. I want to talk about this world, Ionios. It is a world of war, pretty much, and that's not even a reference to Call of Duty. But no, it's pretty much a world at war. It is two opposing forces constantly battling each other at all fronts, just to try to live. We're going to be getting into why exactly they do this later on, as it does get explained throughout the story. But it's just, I think this is one of the coolest stories ever told in Xenoblade. Because, like, one of the major things of Xenoblade has always been about pretty much changing the world. How your destiny, the future is never set in stone. Also, we're getting into majorly big level enemy territory, so we're going to want to steer clear of that. How the future is never set in stone, how you can change it. And, you know, it's not what other people have to perceive it as long as you believe in it. And I think that Xenoblade 3 does the best job of displaying this. Because it's pretty much, from the beginning, it is a world that is at war with itself constantly.
I guess having the upper hand doesn't guarantee your safety.
Colony Sigma were fighting frantically for their lives, just like us.
Also, we'll say just like just like in Trails of Cold Steel, Xenoblade 3 actually has a lot of banter that kind of just happens as you're walking along. And I like that that's kind of a bit of a change in pace when it comes to this game. Yeah, it's just, I love the story of this game. I adore this game and its like environments and graphics, because while yes, it is a Xenoblade game running on Switch 1 where, like, you know, it could be limited and it does not have a Switch 2 version or a Switch 2 update to run at higher frames and quality and performance and whatnot, it's still a breathtaking game, and the fact that they did all that they could do with this is incredible. Also, if you notice, we have 4 party members out and about. One of the big selling points that Monolith Soft wanted to make with Xenoblade 3 specifically was having more than 3 party members out at once. While yes, blades were a major character in Xenoblade 2, you technically only could have 3 party members out at once, and you could only use their blades at that point. And blades kind of were a backseat contributor to the driver themselves, as opposed to actually being involved in the battle. As opposed to here in Xenoblade 3, all 4 of our party members are involved in the battle. I think that is really a really cool step up, and you're going to see just how crazy it can get later on in the story. Because I think it just makes battles a lot more epic and somewhat easier to deal with, as you'll be able to just kind of mow down certain enemies a lot easier. But for now, we're just gonna keep fighting on our way to Colony 9, as it's just how we do on these pathways to our destination. We got some bunnets, so it's kind of cool to see something familiar from Xenoblade 1 kind of making its way into this game. We have a bunch of higher leveled enemies, because even in the first major area of the game, we have to have these higher leveled enemies to fight, or at least to look at, and then just not be able to do anything about for a while. Oh crap! I did not mean to do that. So that's basically just talking about the healing circle. So one of Uni's major arts is creating a healing circle that will regenerate HP over time. It is actually very useful to use when it comes to all of your party, and if somebody's like HP is very low, you can use it. I will be going over all of the arts for every character, as well as just kind of going over every character themselves, because every character is actually quite unique in this game. While most Xenoblade games do have characters being unique anyway, there's a whole new system that kind of works into every single character. So we'll go over those at a later time, though. Friends, wait. What's the matter, Riku? Oh, Noah. Just because friends are worn out from battle is no excuse to not pay attention to surroundings. Direct eyes right here. Oh hey, an abandoned container. If it's cast off like trash, is it even worth trying to salvage it? Victory can make soldiers sloppy, neglectful of battlefield aftercare tasks. Thanks to Nappa and Rearguard, Noah and friends survived battle. Go home with Bum Bum in single piece. Don't friends think friends should heed advice of experienced colleague? I guess maybe we should. Oh, so you're a badass now, huh, Riku? Maybe next time you want to join us on the front lines, huh? That sound fun? Hey, Lance, go easy. Riku's just trying to help us out here. We have containers in the field. You make chance upon containers while exploring. Inside, you can sometimes find items that are otherwise hard to come by, so it's worth going out of your way to open them. Items have different rarities, from high to low. There are legendary, which is purple, rare, which is yellow, and common, which are white. The rarer the item, the harder it is to come by. Well, let's go ahead and open this container. We'll get an attack stone. Equipping accessories. You can equip accessories via characters and accessories in the main menu. Accessories help to strengthen your characters in various ways. Alright, let's go ahead and go into character. Alright, in the character menu, there are different options to allow customization. Let's go to accessories. Only one accessory slot is open at first, but as you level up, you will unlock a maximum of three slots. Alright, well, let's go ahead and equip the attack stone. There's also a black mask. So this will boost auto attacking damage by 58%. Alright, well, now we should be able to keep it going on our way. So these containers are kind of like treasure chests, or treasure troves in Xenoblade 2. So pretty much you're seeing a lot of very similar things to other Xenoblade games, which is why it's kind of, I think it's a good thing, because it means like you don't have to worry about not being familiar with certain things about the game. Hey, is that? Dead. Must have snuffed it en route back to Colony 9. Rough deal. Yeah, with all that life left on the clock. Just wait a moment, would you? I ought to take care of the off-seeing. Of course, we have time. Alright, Soldier Husks. Noah is an off-seer, a soldier who helps the fallen pass on. Sending off any husks you find on the field will build your affinity with the colonies they belong to.
Such is the Officer's duty.
Alright, and that gains us 20 affinity. So that is very good. Affinity does kind of still work the same way it does in other Xenoblade games. There just is more contributing factors to gaining affinity with a section of the game. You know, with colonies or even anything else. Just we'll get into that a little later on, as you know, we're obviously only right here for now. Ooh, looks like we got some more enemies up ahead. And we've discovered the Ricalo Pond. Also, you want to know one of the greatest things about Xenoblade 3? You are no longer limited to being on land. Yes, one of the coolest additions they could have added to this game is being able to attack in the water. You no longer have to worry about an enemy being so far into the water that you cannot fight it. You literally can just run into the water after it and completely annihilate it. I think that is such a cool addition, because there's been so many times throughout Xenoblade, specifically 1, because 1 has like more areas where you would find yourself near water. Like, there was just so many times where I would find enemies and they would just like go so far into the water that you can't do anything about it. You'd pretty much have to leave and come back, because you cannot actually do anything about the fact that they were all the way deep into the water, and Shulk and the others have no clue about how to you know, fight and swim apparently. But in Xenoblade 3, hey, I mean, this is an entire area built on, like, an entire world built on fighting, so they had to learn how to fight in the water against any enemies that came burrowing down their path, I guess. But yeah, that's just, I love it. It's like, how did it take 3 games for them to actually do that? It was so perfect. So perfect. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and kind of clean out this area, as this is an area we won't be back to for a little while. Well, we might be back to it sooner often than later, but we're not gonna be like mowing down the enemies here. It's something I do in every Xenoblade game. In the first major area, I usually try to just fight every single enemy that's kind of around in the first major walk through to the first major area, just because it's easy experience and easy fighting, and we can just gain up a bunch of materials as well. So it's not like we're not getting anything out of it. We found another container. This contains two Nopon coins, silver Nopon coins. We will get into what those Nopon coins do a little later. If you've played a Final Fantasy game, they can be kind of similar to Mogul coins. Like specifically, you've played like FF7 Remake and Rebirth. They're kind of similar to that, but I mean, we'll just go into them later. I don't know why I'm bantering on and on about that, but yeah, we will go into what those do a little later once we actually, you know, get to the point where we can actually use them. Because for right now, they're just excess baggage. All right, looks like we have a few wood bunnets that have decided they want to try to eat us for supper. Positioning in battle. Certain artifacts will change based on your position relative to the enemy. Optimizing your position will reap positive effects, like increased damage with back attacks. When your allies have an enemy's attention, it's time to get yourself into a good combat position. Use arts from the side or back when an enemy isn't targeting you. Player enemy positioning. The arrow icon displayed above the arts icon shows you the position of the player character in relation to the target enemy. Left or right, target enemy. Left or right when to the side, up in front, and down behind. Okay, so right now we are behind the bunnet, so we can go ahead and use edge thrust to get a back attack. Pretty much, yeah, it's just kind of going over all things we've known about Xenoblade for as long as Xenoblade has, you know, been a franchise. Because, like, pretty much it's all about getting the aggro to go on certain party members that will help you kind of be able to use certain arts, or have bonus effects from certain arts. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some of these materials. I don't think we can get up to that. Can we get up there? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think we can get up to this area at the moment. We will be able to, I think, just by coming up here, though. So we make our way up here. We have another light flyer.
Leave it to me. I'll have a flying by the end. Come on, keep going. So, when's the battle happening?
There we go. Another light flyer. Ooh, also, that's an interesting enemy over there. I don't know if the game is actually going to bring up this enemy.
Make me yawn myself to death.
Because I think what this enemy is it's still a light flyer, but I think the sparkling that goes on its icon is just that it will drop rarer materials. I think that's I do believe that's mainly what it goes over is it'll like the enemy will drop rarer materials when you defeat it.
When's the battle happening?
Okay, looks like over here we have yet another soldier's husk.
Noah, will you do the honors?
There we go. That's 20 more affinity with Colony 9. And let's keep it going down the path. It doesn't look like there's anything up there, so we don't have to worry about that. Hello, Mr. Woodbutton. I see you over there. I see you just, you know, trying to stop me from getting to my destination, and I don't like it. Okay, we have art combos. Landing certain arts one after the other in a set order is called a combo. Only arts with special status effects can start a combo. For example, an art that inflicts break followed by an art that inflicts topple will topple an enemy. A longer combo is break, topple, daze, burst. So we need to use to the enemy side, use sword strike, there we go. And then Lens can use, Lens will use,
I wish we could have...
Oh, training drills. You can review previous tutorials by going to the system, training drills in the main menu. The drills will allow you to go over anything you have missed initially.
Avoided that. You guys are just too strong.
Yeah, so Lens was able to do break, and I think Uni was able to do a days art. So yeah, it's not anything we haven't already, you know, learned about in Xenoblade 1 or 2. So that's the good thing, is that a lot of this is very familiar. Even though this is an entirely new world and there's going to be new things to it, a lot of the combat is still pretty familiar if you have played a Xenoblade game. Now it's going over. Now it's like listing all the drill availables. I'm playing this with a Switch 2 Pro controller because obviously I'm playing this on my Switch 2 because it's the only console I have anymore. And it's funny because like my Switch 2 controller is more is like more reactive to with like the vibrations and stuff. Oh dear. And so like all I'm feeling is this that's going off every time it was showing that. All right, well, go ahead and make our way over here, and we have seen some things. Specifically, we can see our colony.
Whoa, there's Colony 9. Got a rare doodah right here. Always a welcome sight.
Yep, it's Colony 9.
They're from Colony 9. Noah.
Man, this guy almost made it home, but sadly he could not really get there in time. Okay, sorry about that random cut there. Had to go run an errand real fast like. But okay. Now we're gonna keep exploring this area. I noticed I completely forgot about a random material here. Go ahead and just pick that one up. If we head up here, I think we'll find more enemies. Just items over here. Oh, there's a rare item. There we go.
So, when's the battle happening?
Go ahead and take care of these enemies. There's a daze. Sadly, we don't have any other. We don't have a burst art or anything like that, so we can't exactly cause any bursts to the enemy. We'll have to wait on that a little bit. Let's go ahead and defeat these light skeeters. There's only a few more enemies around here, and then we should be able to make our way down to Colony 9.
How's about this veteran tent-turner, huh?
We're just getting warmed up.
A container.
Oh, and look at that. There is a container over there. But first, we've got to defeat some more light skeeters. I'm going to talk in a British accent the majority of this Let's Play, just because it's going in line with the franchise. Since British is the primary voice cast for this game.
I hope we can make use of this.
Alright, we got a chrome scarf and 2 gemstones. What's up? It doesn't matter to me. I don't know, I figured you were taking a power nap first.
Like 4:30.
Sure.
I don't want to be able to. I don't have time.
Alright.
So they go to 4:30. Come back.
Alright.
Chill and eat. Then I can't be there by 6.
Yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Another jump cut there. Had me sister come in and ask a question. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else we can do around here before going into Colony 9? It's like I want to. I obviously want to progress the story and all that, but I don't really want to. I don't want to do that if like we can still kind of explore a little bit, just because I want to make sure we're using our time wisely, even though we're just running around an area. But I mean, it's Xenoblade. Literally every area you can see, you can more than likely go to. So it's like you might as well do so while you can. And I mean, some of these areas, I guess it's not too big a deal if we don't explore them, because we will be visiting them at some point, probably through the means of a side quest or something else. Also, as you've seen, we've gotten a few rank ups throughout our endeavors here, fighting these enemies. We will go over what the rank ups are and like what they're for once we get into that part, as it does have to do with like the certain attributes of each character. So I will be, talking about that at the time that I feel is necessary. Okay, let's go ahead and go backwards for edge thrust. Alright, there we go. I think we've pretty much kind of hit the outskirts of Colony 9 at this point.
Here we go, guys. Never a dull moment, eh?
Here we go. Doom.
You're a lifesaver.
There we go. Level up. Okay. Let's see. I think up here. Can we get up here? Yes. Yes. We should be able to. Please? No? Oh, come on. Should be able to get up there. That should be easy to get up to. Why? Oh, it's because the pathway to get up to it is over here.
I hope we can make use of this. We should take good care of that.
And it looks like there's some more Napon coins. We will get into those a little later. For now, looks like we can find some more materials in the water here. We don't necessarily need to grab them all, as we'll get them as time goes on, but at least for now, we'll just go ahead and pick them up while we're here. And we've discovered a colony, Colony 9. Even unintentionally, because we didn't take the right path to get up there. There is an item up there. I swear I'm going to lose my mind because I'm always thinking that I'm passing an item. Nope, it's that items respawn. Yeah, so you never have to really worry about running out of materials, because as you move further away from a location, items tend to respawn. Alright, well, let's go ahead and waste no more time, otherwise we're never going to get anywhere. And let's head up into Colony 9. Ah, made it back at last. What a hike. Such long walking's tough on legs of Riku. Riku totally pooped. It was a massive battle, but we don't seem to have taken too many major injuries, fortunately. Yeah, well, I guess that's the upside of going against a low-rank, no-mark colony like that. On the flip side, we didn't manage to fill up the flame call all that much. It's all for the best. At least we've all come back in one piece. I agree. And anyway, we should be alright on that front for the time being. Noah, talking out here just wastes time. How about friends move chatter into bath? Good thinking. Let's do that. Colony 9. The Flame Clock. The Flame Clock shows the amount of life's flames harvested from defeating enemies. The amount of flames will decrease as time passes. Your character's stats will increase as the Flame Clock gauge fills up, so try to keep the gauge filled up as much as possible to maintain stat increases. If you see a star by a character's name, it means they have something new to say. Talking to a person for the first time will also increase your affinity for their colony. Alright, well, we do have plenty of people to talk to here. We can go ahead and talk to Trish. Hey, thanks for what you did in that battle. We couldn't have made it back without you. I mean, 4 Levinuses from Colony Sigma? I had no idea how I was going to handle that. We don't have a whole lot of Levinuses in our colony. I get it. I get how it can be a problem. Yeah, I wonder if we can get our hands on some reinforcements. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot that the other colony was named Sigma. Oh, modern day kids would have a field day with this game. Here we have Elias. Colony Sigma is defeated, but the flame clock hasn't increased much. You get into a fever pretty easy, huh? You made light work of those Agnians with the Levnus. You won't feed the flame clock unless we take them out with a blade. Be careful, isn't it? Relax, I'm a cool-headed pilot. No hasty coup de grace from me. I would deliver max pain and punishment and then stop just short. Yeah, alright, if you say so. So yeah, literally every time you talk to a new person, or every time you talk to somebody for the first time, we get, well, I mean, I guess that's either way. Those were two of the same things. But yeah, we get affinity with our colony. When Levnus repairs all done, Harala move on to adjustment of power frames from Zion and Kurt. Sounds like you're pretty busy right now. Meh, before and after of battle always get bit higgledy-piggledy around here. Anywho, Harala like job, so being busy not really so bad after all. I swear, I will, even on the third game in the series, I will never speak fluent Nopon. Here we have Lorea. Yeah, hey, you heard? Seems like Colony 9's Faranis won't be able to move for a while. It can't move, but it made it back here from the battlefield. Thing is, looks like the engine took a bit of a beating in the battle with Colony Sigma. So those Nopon mechanics told us to shut it all down while they handle the maintenance. Yeah? Right, that does sound like it's gonna be parked up for a little while then. I swear, this game has more British dialogue than like any other Xenoblade game in my opinion. Also, as we can see, there's a bit more to explore around this direction, but we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna kind of just stick to the colony for now. Let's go ahead and see if we can find some more people to talk to as well. Just kind of take a little bit of an exploration. Not every person in the colony has something to say, so we don't really have to worry about that. There's just a select number of people who have new dialogue, as well as just dialogue in general. Doesn't look like there's any other people to talk to other than Carrie. Oh, Special Forces are getting back late. Yeah, well, that's because Noah was busy doing his usual off-seer thing. Oh, I dare say. You must be tired. You should turn in before it gets much later. Well, I mean, sure. Well, there's nothing else we can do here. We've talked to everybody, so yeah, why don't we go ahead and tune in for the night with our bath, because baths are important.
Say, you know how you became an officer after what happened?
I guess, yeah.
Does it still hurt?
No. I can't say I'm totally over it, but I'm getting there. I've sent so many of our comrades. A lot's happened. Both for me and those sent on. Anyway, worry about him. Poor guy. Pushes himself too hard.
What can we do? He's been like this for ages. He never got to apologize, so... you know.
You guys talking about the battle? Don't worry about the bonus points, because I'll have nabbed them all.
The snuff you on about? I'll have you know I clocked up a fair bit more.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm the one who took the heavy off its hinges. They give you loads of points.
Ooh, big deal. If that heel had come a few seconds later, you'd be sleeping in the dirt.
Yeah, no, that was part of the plan. You couldn't tell. I just felt like giving you the credit. But don't worry, you can thank me later.
Huh? You're a right muppet, Lance.
All right then. Off to bed with me.
Yeah, all that walking's really done a number on me.
I'm sorry.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
I might do some spot maintenance on our gear before I kit.
Lance, you're being very diligent.
Well, we have nothing else left to do but tune in for the night. Or I guess turn in for the night. Okay, time to hit the sack, maybe? Yep, I mean, you can say no, and you can just keep exploring this area as well as just talk to the NPCs, but I mean, we've already done all that, so we got nothing else better to do. Sure, let's do it. Rest 2 max. Resting very serious business. Indeed.
An emergency assembly.
It's the crack of dawn, guys.
Why?
No idea. We better take a look.
To get to the assembly point, we gotta run through the Pharaonis interior.
I think no one knows that, Lance.
Remind me, what are we lining up for here?
Royal decree from the castle. They say an enemy armored unit's approaching this area.
Come on, man. I just got to sleep and everything.
Friend's fault for staying up late.
And whose fault was it I couldn't sleep? I asked you to do the maintenance on my power frame, but you totally messed up my settings.
That probably different frame. Riku is popular guy, but crushed by weight of fans asking to do favors. Sometimes mix up orders. Man, if configs bamboozle, why not fix by self?
That's why I didn't get any sleep, furball.
I'm here to announce today's mission. You have one target. It's currently on course for the suppression area here. Judging from the mass, it's expected to be large in size. And based on its speed, we estimate it will reach the Alfeto Valley at 0100 hours. Notably, the target's emitting a considerable amount of ether energy. As for your mission, deploy at the canyon by the designated time. Investigate and destroy the source of ether.
Commander, one question.
Go.
About this target. Can we assume it's from Agnus?
We don't know. We haven't been able to confirm, but it seems that they're also gunning for it. This would suggest it should be seen as part of a different enemy force. Combat with Agnian troops in the area is also expected. Details will be sent to your Iris after deployment. Clear? You are to remain vigilant throughout the operation. Dismissed.
We'd better start preparing to move out too. Noah, mate, do you want to go to the commissionary? Do some equipment shopping? Gotta get him talked out with something a bit more solid, yeah? Make him a bit less squishy. You should be flush with cash since we just got the reward for the Colony Sigma job, right? I'll show you some top-notch accessories. Could do worse than take a bit of advice from a battle-worn hardcase like Mwaba, huh? Cheers, Mamba. Mwaba. Then we go to commissionary. Chamelea's talking point on distribution around this time, I reckon. Or taking point on distribution around this time, I reckon. Good to know. Alright, let's go and take care of the prep then. Alright, we have our first standard quest, Preparing for Battle. Viewing quest information. Press Y to check the current objective of your current active quest. We've also discovered Colony 9's assembly square. We can purchase items with G, gold, and shops. Items can also be sold for G in shops. Sell only items. An item that has a scale icon on it is a sell only item. Their only use is to be sold. So gather as many of them as you can to save lots of G's for what you want to buy.
Noah, move those trotters.
Alright, well, we have our first quest ahead of us, and we have a battle to prepare for. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles 3. We're prepping for the battle ahead. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a like, troops out a ton. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you guys all later.
Right.